CW. Spoiler for episode 6 ahead. TVN's weekend drama Typhoon Family once again topped the rating chart. The sixth episode, which aired on October 26, recorded an average nationwide household rating of 8.9%, securing the #1 spot across all cable and comprehensive programming channels in its time slot. The episode peaked at 9.6%, while the Seoul metropolitan area recorded an average of 8.5% and a peak of 9.4%. Notably, the drama also ranked #1 among all channels, including major broadcasters, during its airtime. In the ages 20 to 49 target demographic, it achieved a nationwide average of 2.6% and a peak of 2.9%, setting a new personal best and leading all channels in its slot. Summary of Episode 6. In this episode, Kang Tae Pong, played by Lee Jun-ho, and Oh Mi-son, played by Kim Min-ha, struggled to export safety shoes. Angered by loan shark Ryu Hee-gyu, played by Lee Jae-kyun, Tae Pong stamped his palm on a promissory note promising to sell 7,000 pairs of shoes to repay 100 million Korean won, approximately $69,854 United States dollars, marking the arrival of the new year in 1998 with fiery determination. Declaring, "Let's try running a real business," Tae Pong began planning the safety shoe export. However, Mi-son grew cold when 7,000 pairs, instead of the promised 500, arrived in Seoul. She was frustrated that exporting would be much harder than selling domestically and that Tae Pong had made such a huge decision without consulting her. Tae Pong apologized and asked Mi-son to forgive him, using a wish coupon he had gotten when he played the role of her Black Knight. Mi-son, worried, said, "As long as you don't get hurt, I won't be mad," unaware that Tae Pong had already pledged his 2 eyes as collateral. President Park Yoon-chul, portrayed by Jin Seon-kyu, of Shoe Park, who came up to Seoul with Tae Pong, was disheartened by the poor state of Typhoon Company. Believing it was impossible to make 100 million Korean won with only Mi-son as staff, he planned to flee overnight to Wando. However, Tae Pong sensed something was wrong, rushed to the express terminal, and persuaded Park to stay, saying he was confident they could sell all 7,000 pairs. Tae Pong and Mi-son then threw themselves into the challenge of selling safety shoes. Instead of targeting China and Saudi Arabia like others, Tae Pong set his sights on Europe and the U.S., noting that while Asia had cheap labor and abundant manpower, it lacked strong safety laws. In contrast, companies in Europe and the US saw safety as a key cost-saving value, since a single injury could lead to hospital bills, replacement labor, and even lawsuits. Predicting that a world where people buy through videos will come, Tae Pong showcased the product himself, walking on broken glass, jumping hard, and leaping over chairs like a dancer, to demonstrate the shoe's strength and flexibility in a promotional video. His passionate promotion, distributing videotapes to foreign companies, finally caught the attention of Royal Invest Chemical. It was now Mi-son's turn to step up. Having long dreamed of becoming a true business professional and studied business English diligently, she finally had her moment to shine. When a meeting with foreign buyers was set, she practiced her presentation materials day and night. Taepong encouraged her, saying, "I trust our company's best businesswoman." Her calm, detailed presentation, explaining Shoe Park's safety shoe durability, technology, and its people-centered philosophy, led to a successful contract signing, and the two burst out in joyful cheers. But an unexpected crisis soon struck. The ship scheduled for export suddenly refused to load its cargo. This was due to a scheme by Pian Yun Jun, portrayed by Mu Jin Seong, an executive at Pyosang Shipping, which resulted in Typhoon Company being blacklisted by shipping companies. With just 2 days before departure, finding an alternative vessel seemed impossible. Upon learning that Taepong had risked his body as collateral, Mi Son grew furious, accusing him of acting like a reckless hero without understanding the responsibilities of a CEO. Amid this first major conflict, the two wandered and ended up at Busan Fish Market, where an old fisherman mentioned, this fish was caught in the Pacific Ocean. That gave them an idea. Taepong decided to ship the safety shoes via a deep-sea fishing vessel. Filled with renewed hope, he pleaded with a ship captain to help, only to be met with a harsh shower of salt in rejection. Meanwhile, Typhoon Family Episode 7 will air on November 1st. See also, Will Crying Get You Help? Malicious commenter targeting Nugent's Hanny avoids criminal record.